Everybody, Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Picked up a pretty good amount of rain yesterday, about 3/4 of an inch, 74 hundredths to be exact, at the Bowling Green Airport. Might as well say 3/4 of an inch. Some of you probably picked up closer to an inch of rain. We'll check some of the Kentucky Mesonet numbers here in just a minute. But it's taking a break for right now, but we're not quite done with the rain just yet. Here's the way it looks outside my window here in Plano, Kentucky. Pretty quiet this morning and cloudy, but I don't see any raindrops, nothing falling at the moment. There's still just a couple of things to show you on radar this morning as far as any shower activity. You see just kind of blips here and there. Most of the rain is now east of us along the Smoky Mountains and into the Carolinas and into Virginia. Then we've got another impulse that we're waiting on. This is the one that's going to come in as we get into tonight and into the day on Monday. Now, you'll note here we've got areas of low pressure riding along this front, but there's an extension. You see it right there, a little trough that's across the area. That is what is keeping some of these little light rain areas and drizzle, things like that. And it's going to keep the clouds in here as well. But this is the next impulse that is going to come in later this evening, and it's going to continue overnight and into the day tomorrow. In fact, the rain chance goes up to 100% as we get into tonight and tomorrow. You can see that we're going to continue to see some of these little waves as they come in, and we're not quite done with all of that just yet. So we need to, of course, pay attention to how this is going to play out. Right now, that impulse, that next one, is bringing wintry weather into parts of New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma. In fact, I'll change the radar here so you can see. I'll go into there's where there's going to be some wintry weather. Now here you see from Amarillo, Texas to Plainview, Texas, almost to Lubbock. That's snow that's going in there, and winter storm warnings in effect for that area. And then you get into, Oklahoma, winter weather advisories, even into Arkansas. That's crazy. Yeah, they're going to see something that goes into Missouri in the Ozarks. And then you've got this down in, excuse me, Longview, Texas, Tyler, Texas, outside of Shreveport, severe thunderstorm warning and a severe thunderstorm watch for a few counties there. That's the warmer side of everything that's going to move into Louisiana, into southern Arkansas, into Mississippi. So a lot of active weather back west, but this is the energy that's going to be transported into our area later on tonight. But I don't foresee any kind of severe weather for us. There will be, maybe just like the other day, a round of thunderstorms, possibly, but it's mostly just going to be a lot of rain that moves in later on this evening and throughout the day on Monday. The rain is going to be with us on Monday. It's going to be a rainy Monday for sure. And temperatures running slightly cooler than they have of late. We've got more into the 50s instead of the 60s. So you're going to notice that change. In fact, it's kind of that way this morning as well. Not seeing, that much in the way of uh, warmer temperatures like we saw the last few days. In fact, here's a look at the Kentucky Mesonet sites across the area. We'll zoom in on that so you can see what's going on. Oop, there we go. I was already zoomed in. Let me zoom in a little more on the map. Yeah, da, 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 da. Here we go. We see warmer 40s, almost 50. down across the Cumberland Plateau. Then you start to see a bit cooler 40s more into the Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky area. And then you see 30s. Now, we're not going to get that chilly just yet because of the proximity of the trough, the proximity of those low pressure systems, the systems to the south. We're not going to see that big of a cool down yet. But some parts of Western Kentucky are only in the 30s this morning. And a lot of this is because they have a clear sky or a mainly clear sky, where we're under the blanket of clouds here in Southern Kentucky. That's holding in some of the warmer temperatures in the 40s. I'm curious, though. I want to see how much rainfall we've picked up. Okay, this is since midnight. Not much, less than a tenth of an inch. Okay, got that. Now let's go the past 24 hours. Oh, we see a different story now. Now we see a third of an inch, mostly 4/10, almost a half inch, more half inch amounts over toward Adair County, Russell County, then 1 inch plus. Look at Clinton County, 1.6 inches of rain just within the past 24 hours. Well, let's back it up even more and go the last 2 days, the last 48 hours. Now we're seeing another completely different picture. Anywhere from a half inch to 8/10 to 3/4, which I mentioned was what they read at the airport just for yesterday. An inch and a quarter in Muhlenberg County, an inch and 14 hundredths up in Grayson County. But look, back down here, the winners are Cumberland, Monroe, and Clinton counties for sure. Well over an inch, some cases inch and a half, but down in Clinton County, you have picked up almost 2 inches of rain in the last 2 days. That's a bunch of water. Yes, it is. So, yeah, we've had some pretty decent rainfall, but all of it is pretty much like we said. If you'll recall on Friday, I said on TV and here that it would be closer to 2 inches down toward the Cumberland Plateau. That's pretty much verified. About an inch to an inch and a quarter, inch and a half here. That's not yet verified yet. Not yet verified yet. But it will be because we've got that another maybe half inch or more that's going to come in tonight and during the day tomorrow, maybe even close to an inch before we're done here in Bowling Green in Southern Kentucky. Let's check the model blender. And here we go with the slate of temperatures over the next 10 days. And we're going to go back to being more normal or more average in temperature for this time of the year for the next 7 to 10 days. 63 was our high yesterday. We're going to be closer to the upper 50s today, about 57. 50 is where we should be. So when you look at all these numbers across the top, that's the highs, across the bottom is the lows. The average high this time of the year is 50. So what you see there is mostly warmer than normal or warmer than average. Mid 50s. There's even a 61 by Thursday, and that's only because we've got another system coming in and it's going to warm up before that one hits. But then there may be some upper 40s, mid to upper 40s into next or this coming weekend. But it doesn't get any colder than that. Now at night, there will be a few nights, like say next Saturday night, it gets down into the mid to upper 20s and maybe some frosty nights on a couple of days, but nothing that screams cold or very cold weather for us anytime soon. It's all looking pretty good, pretty good. No major snows or winter scenes coming in that I can tell from any of this data. But again, like I've said before, it's a guidepost. It's not meant to be taken, like it's that's the gospel truth. It's just it is what it is when it comes to just kind of giving us a guideline what the models are outputting for the next 10 days. All right, here's the current scene on the maps. You can see that trough that I showed you on radar and the dwindling light rain showers and drizzle that's occurring right now. But these waves of low pressure stalled out on that front is going to keep the weather going, especially this one that's over eastern Texas. The reds here indicate severe weather, and that's exactly where the severe weather is going on and will go on this morning. And then back to the west, here's your big snowstorm that's getting underway for the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma and points beyond. Now, let's go forward into the rest of the day and lined up with that low pressure system in the warm front, severe weather threat. Mississippi, Louisiana, eastern Texas, northern Texas, the panhandle, winter storm warnings going on. The rest of it is rain. But for us, I think most of your Super Bowl Sunday is going to be quiet and cloudy. Now, there could be a time when the sun, especially if you live west of Bowling Green, the sun could come out for a little bit, but I wouldn't, eh, I just wouldn't plan on much of any sunshine today. Here comes the rain again, Eurythmics. As we get, I have to throw that in. It's like, yeah, it's a song. Um, More rain coming in tonight with the advent of the low pressure systems moving our direction. As I showed you, I drew the arrow. It's all coming our direction. The real strong stuff is going to stay down south of that warm air boundary and south of this trough. So we'll get showers at first and then just a good steady rain overnight and into the day tomorrow. There could perhaps, if there's enough lift in the atmosphere, an elevated thunderstorm. And by that, I mean it's not surface based, it's not daytime heating type thunderstorms, it's all elevated thunder and lightning. If we get any of that, the low deepens a little bit more to 996 millibars as it moves into central and eastern Kentucky. This is Monday night. That's when some of the heavier downpours are going to come in. And look at this point here: one, two, three, 4 points right around that low. In other words, it's almost like a bicycle wheel. You've got spokes. This thing is spinning counterclockwise, like backwards. Okay. So it's almost like when you do that to a wet sponge and it just wrings out the atmosphere of all of its moisture. And that's what's going to happen Monday afternoon and especially Monday night into early Tuesday morning. But by Tuesday morning, it's gone. Parts of eastern Kentucky may see a mix. Monday night, it may get cold enough to where a little something may mix in with the rain, but it's not a big deal. But it will get colder. It's going to get close to freezing Monday night. So if there's leftover moisture, something could be mixed in. But again, we're not highlighting or putting up this billboard or anything that says, "Oh, look out, here comes some frozen stuff." No, it's not that big a deal. High pressure takes over Wednesday and Thursday, couple of nice days, but here comes a clipper system as we get on into the day Thursday with a brief shot of some light rain, and then that clipper is gone. Again, a clipper is just a fast moving cold front, and it will be fast. It'll come in, maybe drop a couple of raindrops, sprinkles, and then it's gone. So here we go into Friday, then into Saturday. Well, the weekend is looking a little wet. Again, next weekend, a little wet with showers mainly. It could be, as you see here, these little purple spots, maybe a little chilly, just enough to maybe get some kind of a mix in there, but it would be brief. And then high pressure takes over by next Sunday. So this is not going to be, again, as far as a big deal for any kind of frozen precipitation. it will all be mostly in the form of rain. One more thing I want to show you, and that's how much more rain we're going to get briefly. Let me show you that. Based on the QPF numbers, QPF, quantitative precipitation forecast. And here you go. It's looking like we're going to see right here the blues indicating maybe another 3/4 to an inch of rain between now and it says Wednesday, but after tomorrow or after early Tuesday, there's nothing else in the forecast. So they're just, this is the forward projection or forecast. And during that time slot, it picks up on that much rain. So we'll say you could get another inch of rain out of this next surge of moisture that's coming up out of Texas and Louisiana for tonight, all day tomorrow, tomorrow night into early Tuesday. Maybe another inch on top of what you received. And some of you, like I showed you, have received 2 inches. So you could end up getting 3 collectively over the last, 56 hours or so, last 72, close to 72 hours. So, all right. But today, for your Super Bowl Sunday, pretty quiet. If you need to know the weather, of course, and like I've always said, know the weather before it knows you. Download the News 40 weather app. It's brand new. As you can see, it's got radar. Well, that's advertisements, but once you get past the advertisements, you see radar, the current conditions. We've got the blogs, we got live video, closings, delays, alerts, and occasionally when you get a notification, like I sent out one yesterday and one the day before, it will tell you, it will send you back to our website so you can read the blog, or it will send you to radar, or it will send you to any kind of watches or warnings. Not that we're going to get any, but it will do that. It will also do lightning detection. When we had those thunderstorms the other day, I was getting those little pop-ups on my phone that said lightning is within 15 miles of you. And I'm like, ooh, that was cool. Then you could look at your radar on the app and verify it. Download it now. I've got an Android phone. I've got a Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy. And so I'm Android. It's easy to do. Go to Google Play and search WNKY weather. Download it for free. If you're an iPhone user, it's in the App Store. Same thing. WNKY weather. I'm trying to get as many thousands of people to sign up for this thing as possible. It's free. All of it's free. Thanks to the folks at Greenwood Ford Lincoln and their mobile service. They bring the service to you in their neat little van. It's pretty cool how they do that. Wait, let me show you. Let me show you because this is cool. Wait, here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. See that? The guy. I don't know if it's this guy, but he comes to you in a van. And if you need service on your vehicle, they take care of it right there. So you can find all the information in the app. And they're the ones that's making the app possible. And we thank Greenwood Ford Lincoln for making that happen. And of course, if you're going to watch the Super Bowl today, it's on WNKY 40, CBS 40. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. In case you want to know what channel it's on, it's right there. News 40, because local matters. I should have worn that hat. Uh, so, Super Bowl 58, News 40. It's CBS 40. You can watch it there. I'll be watching, you be watching. All right. Have a great Sunday. God bless you. And thank you for watching. See you later.